Welcome, everybody, to the first of what I am calling not an episode. My topic today is the importance of whom we elect as President of the United States of America. As I'm recording this, we're just over 2 weeks from the 2024 election. And from both sides right now, we're hearing remarks like, democracy is on the ballot this election, or my opponent will destroy this country if elected. Naturally, this has caused many Americans, including many of my friends, to become stressed and fearful of the results of the election in November. I think we should take a step back and examine what the Constitution's authors intended for this position of the president, and maybe realize that we've allowed the president to become way more powerful than our founding fathers intended. Article 2 of the US Constitution is what enumerates the roles and responsibilities of the president. And I think the fact that this is the second article in the Constitution behind the first one, which enumerates the roles and responsibilities of Congress, kind of indicates the relative importance behind what the framers intended. Article 2, by the way, only comprises 4 short sections to the president. But Article 1 dedicates 10 much lengthier sections to Congress and what they're supposed to do. The duties of the president, as described in the Constitution, are fairly light. It includes serving as commander-in-chief of the military, which a lot of us know, granting pardons, making treaties, of course, with the concurrence of the Senate, appointing ambassadors and judges, receiving foreign diplomats, and giving a State of the Union address. And yet, over the past 235 years, the office of the president has absorbed far more power than this. Under George Washington, he had 4 cabinet members. Now we're up to 15 under Joe Biden. George Washington, in his 8 years as being president, issued a total of 8 executive orders for an average of 1 per year, while Joe Biden has thus far issued 142 in his just under 4 years as president so far. Thankfully, this is an order of magnitude lower than the height of executive overreach that we saw during the FDR years, when he issued a whopping 3,721 executive orders, averaging 307 per year. I say all this to bring light to the fact that, according to the Constitution, which is the highest law in our land, the President of the United States of America should have so little power as to be little more than a footnote in the history books every 4 years. The people we should be paying attention to, far more than who is at the top of the ballot as president and vice president candidates, are the ones who sit down the street from the Oval Office, the ones who sit in the Capitol. And even more so than those are the ones who represent us locally, the ones that we often dismissively refer to as down-ballot candidates. These are the people who have the most impact on our day-to-day lives. And maybe if we can return this country back to a state where the executive is not as powerful, we wouldn't have people who are worried every 4 years that something will happen to destroy democracy in our country. Thanks. We'll see you next time.